Karen Holton TV presents the Quantum Guide Show, featuring ordinary people sharing their extraordinary gifts within our social reality. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Quantum Guide Show. I'm hoping everyone can hear me. Every time I have a Windows update, it throws all my settings off. So if you are not able to hear me, please do, let me know in the live chat. So today I'm very happy to bring on my returning guests, Jim and Matt, and possibly Tina from Tennessee Kentucky Bigfoot. And they started Tennessee Kentucky Bigfoot to document their experiences with Bigfoot. And they've had three major experiences. Maybe we can talk a little bit about that today. The first was in 2010 when they were in the backwoods camping and something just violently shook their tent. They don't really know what it was, but it was impressive. Their second experience was in 2018 when they actually had a herd of Bigfoots run through their camp. And they also experienced them running up and down the creek. And the third event was in 2020 on the Kentucky-Tennessee border, where something woke them while they were camping again by shaking the trees violently. And they saw this really weird kind of a beeping cricket modem thing floating by. And then a giant creature jumped off a cliff and jogged down to their tent. So these are some pretty profound experiences. We're going to explore that and some video footage, and we're going to talk all about that today, all things Bigfoot. I want to remind everyone that the links are featured below in the description, including the feature video that we'll be talking about. If you want to see that again, the link is in the description. I want to thank you all for liking, commenting, subscribing, and please do share my content with your friends. And I'm very happy to announce that YouTube channel memberships are now available, so you can help to support my work, take advantage of my perks, and my soon upcoming members only videos. So with that, I will bring on our guests. Hi guys, how you doing?
Hello, Karen. We're doing great.
Doing all
It's
right.
an all hair day today. We're all hair today.
So
You
wonderful,
are.
wonderful
Your hair is beautiful. Your beards are beautiful. My son has a long hair and a big bushy beard too. So, you guys look awesome. It makes me feel like I'm back in the 60s and the 70s. It's awesome. I want to go out and get some bell-bottom trousers now to wear. And I'm trying to grow my hair back out after a bit of a bad haircut, but that's another story. Let's quickly just say hi to the folks in the chat. I know we got Denise and Phoenix, and they're moderating for us today. We've got Helena here. We've got Lisa Ann, Anchor Haven, and let's see, just trying to scroll down. Boy, the chat's getting active. I love it, but I get a little bit left behind. There's Lori Ladd is with us. Lulu Bell is with us. Logically Insane 17, welcome. Let's see if Lori Ladd, I think I have, oh, nope, Blazer MT, nice to see you. Missing Time 420. And Hillbilly Herb, wow, he's getting to be a real regular, and everybody is saying hi and spreading the love. That's what we like to see. Just about down to the end of the chat here. Wow, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. You really help the channel, and you really, really make every episode so much fun. So I got one other thing I want to do, guys, before we get started. I want to show you that I received something amazing. Whoops, am I showing it the right way? In the mail from my good friends. And they sent me a whole bunch of mullein. Now, mullein, this is dried mullein. It's super good for so many things, but especially you can actually use it in a I use an old school kind of vaporizer with a glass tube that goes into the vape machine, which heats up, and I just put whatever product in there and snap it in, and it heats it up to pre-combustion. Then you can inhale it. Well, that would be really good to use mullein. Mullein can be used for so many things. And they also sent me some amazing butternut squash seeds here, so I'm going to be well fed in the summertime. And they sent me, I'm so excited about this. These, I don't know if you can see it or not, but these are tobacco pods full of seeds. And for those of you in the know, when it comes to anything venomous, nicotine is your friend. And even when it comes to certain illnesses that we've had in the last few years, absolutely. Now, they sent me a few other seeds that due to, I'm not sure whether or not it's kosher or not, I won't share that. But let me just tell you, I was so thrilled. And they sent me this beautiful letter, and I'm so thrilled to bits with that care package. I want to thank you guys, Jim and Matt, so much. Did you guys want to say anything about the seeds you sent, or the tobacco, or the mullein, or anything before we get started today?
No, we just wanted to send you a care package. We have, you probably can't see it, but you can see a couple of our amulets that we got from you, and we appreciate they're hanging up there. We got 3 of them hanging up there. And of course, in our Airbnb, we got nice little pyramid that you made that's keeping the energy nice in that one Airbnb that we have. And so, thank you for all all you've done for us.
Yes.
Oh, no problem. It's so nice to have give and take with folks. You help me, I help you, we help each other. We got a positive thing going on here on on YouTube and other platforms. So I really encourage everybody to go and check out your channel. And if you are watching this on Tennessee Kentucky Bigfoot channel, I hope you come over and visit us here too. So very, very excited. Everybody is sharing their hellos. I'm not sure can you guys see the live chat from where you are? Yeah, you can. Okay.
Yeah, we're
good.
jumping back and forth. And I like to say, suspicious skies came in. He's a good buddy of mine, and also Mike. I'm glad to see you. He came in just a minute ago, and Jason came in. I think there was only people you missed. You got everyone else. So really cool to see
Okay.
a good turnout, because YouTube ain't really good at sharing our stuff. So I'm excited that, hey, we got out for once. Yay.
I see what's the matter with you. Now, he's cool. He follows on my channel. He's rocking.
Awesome.
But yeah, he's rocking. He's cool.
Awesome. So you guys can, anyone I miss, you guys can say hi to and make sure they feel welcome, because I think it's really, really important. Let's see, we got a little message here from the Phoenix for you guys. Lots of people love mullein, and yeah, it grows out in the wild and all over the place. I don't know if we got Suspicious Skies. Did we get Suspicious Skies 3045? Hello and welcome if we missed you. And I think that's it. I'm caught up in the chat. Okay, so today we're going to talk about Bigfoot, and I'm really excited. I was very excited to see the video you sent. Do you want to give a little preamble before we see if we can
Sure.
get the video running? Tell folks.
Yeah, sure. I had originally gave you about.
Trips.
Yeah, sure. I originally gave you about 10 links of our favorite experiences, and it's kind of going to be hard to click through each one. So this morning I put together a little video of those 10 links. So, you could pull up and we can look at one and then look at the other. And then anybody has any questions or anybody wants to say anything. But that's basically all we want to do, is share some of the cool things that we've had happen, some of our experiences.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I'm going to see if I can bring this up. Now I'm wondering, do you guys think I should do the share screen? Is that how you want to do it?
Yeah, I
Try
think you
that.
can.
Okay. I think I have it. Oh, let me see.
Yeah, I think you. Yeah, maybe you could share it, or I could share it. Either one.
Let's see. Is it
The
showing
link
up?
I sent you.
Oh,
I
it
got it unlisted right now, but I can list it if I needed to.
Okay, no, I got it. It's working.
Okay.
So should I just play a bit and then stop it and we'll talk about it? Is
Yeah,
that how you?
Play a little bit, and then it'll be one experience just stacked one after another.
Okay, now let me know if you don't hear it because I have my volume off on
Yeah.
account of the feedback. So we may have to fiddle with this. So let's
Okay.
give it a try.
All
Is there
right,
any
cool.
sound at all, guys?
No,
Not yet.
but I don't
No,
think
no
the
sound.
sound's going to
Okay.
matter as much. If you want to open up
All
the
right.
picture a little more, the wind blew it. Sure.
Oh, there's sound.
We can hear it
What
now.
happened to him? He got folded twice. How did it get folded? What were they doing?
Okay, I'm gonna back this up because I want you guys to really get what's going on here. It is so amazing. So you guys left a picture, the one that you drew of a Bigfoot, and you put it under a rock so
Well,
it didn't get lost.
Yeah. Right.
Right
Can
here.
you open that
Yeah.
up a little more?
I
That
guess my
image there.
roll. I understand. Okay, wind blew it. Sure. Yeah. And what happened to him?
There you go.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just watch this one part here.
He's a short man. Oh, they made him shorter. To me. Yeah. Get the camera. I don't know, but you picked it up. It was on the ground. Yeah, it makes him look short. You got short. They're actually putting it. Yeah, look. They're small. Look at those little guys. True thing. I know of. Maybe a raccoon, but why would a different be eating food instead? Yeah, raccoon that ate the food. That's weird. Well, that's weird. That's another strange oddity.
Okay, you can pause that. Okay, there it is. There's your before and after. Okay, so you can see the night before we set out pictures, and that's what we done. This is, I don't know how many years ago this was when we started doing this kind of stuff.
Oh, 5, I
Mhm.
guess.
5 years ago. And you can see the first image there. I've got a picture hand drew, I think, or printed it up.
That's printed, yeah.
And the next morning, this is before and after. That'd be the next one we talk about. But what had happened is as you can see in the first picture, it was just set out there. And the next morning, what you see is what we got. They folded it. Basically, I guess they were communicating to us that they were short. That's what we got from it, from that image. So it was pretty cool. Pretty like, whoa. And they put it back under the stick and everything, as you can see. They took it out, they folded it, and put it back under the stick. So we thought that was pretty cool stuff. Pretty exciting for us. That was very exciting. When stuff like that happens to you, because you're like, how in the world? You're starting to realize there's something more going on here.
How a piece of paper could be folded underneath sticks.
Yeah.
Crisp folds twice underneath those sticks. It's like, well, a squirrel can't just like hop on it and like make it rubble and stuff falling down and it folds. It doesn't work that way. Something picked it up and intentionally put it all back together.
And in the chat, Lori asked, isn't that when they left you the markers whiskey? That's going to be another little while after that, but we'll talk about that. We do have that coming up, Lori.
That was like the same year or something like that, but later on in that same time period.
Yeah. Suspicious guy says animals cannot fold paper. Yeah, we agree with you. None I know of.
Yeah. Unless you really trained that monkey.
I think we have maybe in that video, probably maybe 10 experiences. And I know how time is. So I know you like to roll. And so we're going to keep rolling, but that's that one. If you want to shoot for the next one, we'll talk about
I just want to tell you guys that StreamYard just kicked me out and I had to log back in again. So if I'm gone or not responding, I have no idea what's going on. So let's get this going again here.
Okay, yeah, we just went full screen, so we thought we'd just keep going, so we didn't slow down.
Wait a minute. Now it's not working. I'm sorry. Just give me a second here. I guess I have to go back in here since it kicked me out. Share screen again. There we go. share, and I'll back it up a little bit for the apples.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So that's the image before night. Now here's the second thing that happened. This was again a couple years ago. We put out 2 apples in that seashell. That was the picture that's what we left. And then the next morning, this is what we found. As you can see, they took the apple and they left the little teeny rock on top of the thing. And I've got a before and after picture, and you can pause there.
So they took the apples and then they left you a little stone. Did they leave you the seashell as well?
First thing we found was beside our Bigfoot. He looks like we were given a gift.
You can pause that one if you want.
Doesn't look like there's the human traffic around here.
Okay, so yeah, they had, as you can see, they took the 2 apples and, they left that little teeny rock on top of the shell. And I do have, of course, you saw the before and after pictures. And again, it's one of those things you go, well, what do you think about that? I mean, you don't, what we've done that we don't know, but it's pretty cool.
Right. It's like that's just like how they put a little tiny rock on it.
Mm-hmm. And Matthew picked it up and then he's like, look at this. And it's in his hand. And I'm like, wow. Good thing he did. The good thing he saw it. You wouldn't even notice it.
We were walking away from the spot, and I was just picking up the stuff, and we were already about a car length away from the area. And I was like, kept on looking at it. When I first saw it, I saw a little shell, but I just thought it was like trash. So, but then eventually, I like, Dad, no, I gotta stop. Look, there's a little shell, a little rock on top of the shell.
Right.
And we took a picture of it. But yeah, it was just going to be thrown in a bag and forgotten. I wasn't expecting that.
Mm-hmm. So now we see a bottle of whiskey. What's that all about?
Okay, that's a gift that we got. Let's see. Well, we went up there. What happened is we went out and we did our gifting thing, and then it had been raining that week, and that night that we went up and did the gifting thing, and we went back, it was dry, and so we knew that bottle hadn't been out there that week, basically. And so anyway, we found that sitting there in our gifting area, and it's like I say, it's where we go is I try to explain to people, it's a mile hike from Kentucky into Tennessee. We have it's a very remote place that no one's going to, it's not even on the trail, it's off the trail. Once you go a mile out, then you got to go off the trail. Anyway, so that was left for us. Now, we had been, later on, it took years to find out a lot of this stuff because Matt come to know the Bigfoots and talk to Scott. We call him Scott. His name is not Scott. He's Scottish, so we call him Scott. So I don't want to say his name is actually Scott, but anyway. And then he'd come to talk to George, the giant. And so anyway, that actually was something that George, the giant, had put out with his pinky and his little finger that he set out for us. Now what's so special about this is that the Scott's mom, when she gave birth to Abby, which is the little one, we're going to call her Abby, but they don't really use names like us. Abby had, what did they have?
A colic.
Colic. And so they put this on the baby's chest, and then the mom, she drank some for nausea when she gave birth to little Abby. Anyways, George gave us this as a gift. So you can imagine how special this is to us.
Mm-hmm.
And how they got it, where they got it from, and all that. Who knows? Mm-hmm. But anyway, this is probably the coolest thing we've ever received.
It was like she was using that alcohol for the baby for like a breath of air. That makes sense. Like a what do you call it? The peppermint, spearmint type of stuff.
You rub on your chest.
Rub on the Verx, or what was that called? But yeah, you breathe it and it gives you that. I'm trying to remember that certain word, but that clear I was about to call it ethanol, but no, it's the
Vicks or something. Vicks vapor rub or something like that.
I'm trying to remember that word, but that's what it is. It's a very experimenty sense to try to clear your lungs out, and that's pretty much what it did. But yeah.
So anyway, that's
Phoenix,
too long. Trying to
sorry. Phoenix wants to know if their names are more like tones or frequencies instead of, verbal names the way we have them.
They don't really use names. They're not like us. They don't really use names. we're the ones that use names. They don't really have names.
No, they
Mhm.
don't really use names. They use just a way to. They don't use names, from what I can gather.
Yeah.
It's not even a name thing that they do.
Mhm. Mhm.
Like I said, we call him Scott because he's Scottish, and his mom doesn't like for us to try to put names on because they don't do that stuff. It's just not what they do.
Yeah, you got like a half blood of Scottish, which is some of his red hair that he has, and then half blood of the I don't know what you would call it. I guess the Cherokees are just native of the southern hemisphere. I guess they're more black
Mhm.
skinned, so that type of mixed bloodline that they have.
Mhm.
So
Wow. Should I run a little bit more of this for us?
Yeah, go ahead. We can roll through this little piece here, and then we can go on to the next experience because I know an hour's not very long. It flies. So we're trying to stay up on our toes. And this was just us talking about it. It just takes a second to go through this part.
I mean, if you would, there's a secret place that no one knows about, giving gifts, and then you walk up. I mean, he said it right by our little sand rock. I mean, we've been giving them apples and stuff, little people, and put it right by the Sasquatch. It was either a salute to the Sasquatch or possibly the Sasquatch gifted it.
Like I said, this was before
There
we
was no
got
activity up there. This here, that is what you see.
Okay, so this is another one.
Upside
This
down.
one, I'll just talk over it. It's basically a tree upside down stuck in a trail. And
Mhm.
the park rangers cut it down, of course. But we just thought it was really cool because I mean, you know, that area up there, the Bigfoots do a lot of stuff in certain trail that they just don't like, and the park rangers are always having to remove trees. But anyway, that's just a neat, amazing picture of an upside down tree just stuffed into the trail. So and
a pitchfork stabbed in the ground. I
yeah.
thought that was crazy. You know.
Wow.
Go ahead and play that.
Okay.
You can see that.
I can't get it up there, but it came from probably this tree here. That one.
Okay, at the top of
Right, but you know, it's the top of the tree, but somehow or another, it's like that. Okay, interesting. Could have happened. Matt's first time his chance to look at him, so he's kind of like, "What?"
I'm catching up.
Yeah. But yeah, that's.
There ain't many straight pieces up there, by the way.
Where did it come from? Over there,
I can tell.
right? If it came from over there,
Maybe
it got
from
turned
that
down.
one. What?
All right, that's what I'm saying.
How did it felt like that?
Exactly.
And then we got pushed over this way,
Exactly.
so I had to brake.
Exactly. Hole here.
Okay, so this one right here is
What they've done is
they were digging out yellow jackets, and we think it's a juvenile that left the tool, but I'm going to show you a
Mhm.
tool that this is not the first time we found tools up on our mountain up here, but you get to see the little tool, the digging tool that they use to dig out a nest, yellow jacket's nest. And I want to say hey to Daryl. Seen Daryl come in. I also want to say hey to Bigfoot Dwarf. Thanks for guys for being here. Anyway, we want to play that.
Okay, here we go.
yellow jackets. Now something dug it out and ate it. Okay. And we found it, and you can see parts of the yellow jacket. So I guess this is the conversation piece here. Let's take a look at it and see. Matthew's tripping on sounds. What's going on?
Dude got quiet. He's now barking, but there was like the sound of a girl or something like that.
Yeah, I heard that too. Yeah, I heard that too. It's kind of weird. Okay, so here's the stick. see, obviously, it's been used to dig. It's muddy. I'm looking for hairs on it or something. Who knows? But I thought, well, I did a short on it, but I'm like, man, let's do a little big. So, I mean, we found these tools before. But you can see it's been used to dig with. And it was actually the bad thing about the juvie that does this, probably the juvie, because, they leave their digging tools all the time. We catch their digging tools left. See how hard it is? Can I do that? Sure. How good of a digging tool is it? There we go. See? You can see it's muddied up. So anyway, we put their tools back. All right, cool. All right, you can pause that. So, yeah, that was it. I mean, isn't that the coolest thing? I mean, you can see the mud on it, and they dug the nest out. They left the little tools sitting there, and it's got mud on them where they had dug it out, and it's still there. We just take videos of it and leave it alone. I don't want to move anybody's tools. We just leave stuff alone. I mean, it's like, that's cool. And wanted to say also had, I think SoCal came in, and you're welcome. And who else came in? I've seen all kinds of people popping
Mike
in.
Nation.
So, yeah, Mike came in.
Good to see you, man.
Now this one here, what you're going to do here is this was in the beginning there. I got a little highlight area we're going to play. Now what happened was we're up there. We're down in the mountains down in near North
Coca Creek.
near North Carolina, down that area.
South Carolina, but yeah.
North Carolina coming right there on this
still
Coca Creek. And that you can see visually, that first part's all the sounds of the crickets in the woods. Now, when you play this, there's something that makes this noise, and you're going to see all the sound. Now, we were in the middle of the national parks. A friend of mine actually has property in the parks. You have to go past one of the, government federal gates, to get in, and he lives way out there. Anyway, when that thing goes off, you'll see it goes from all the noise to silence, and that's just a demonstration where you can see when whatever that is, even the bugs go quiet. So it's pretty cool audio.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's have a listen.
Okay, cool. All right, now what we did was that was that demonstration there, which is pretty cool. A lot of people some people talk about how when they howl and all that, a lot of times the crickets and stuff go quiet, and that one you can visually see it actually does. And at the end of the video, it kind of panned over that, but you'll see it all slowly start coming back online again. All the forest sounds start coming back. It's just a slow progression back on. So what's going on and how we don't know. It's a mystery, of course. And this video that you have up, I just made it public. So if anybody does want to watch it or can't hear it, you can tune in, you can click on it now. But anyway, so this part here, now this is really exciting here. Mm-hmm. Me and Matt was out one weekend up there, and
Kentucky.
We're up in Kentucky, and he's up on the big boulder, and that tree you see bent over right there. He had, we were standing beside it, and it was straight up, and we were talking, and he was talking about how cool it would be if they bent it
or something there. You were talking about that.
Yeah, I saw that. That would be like the tree that I wouldn't been able to bend. Like for a man to be able to bend one of those trees, there's 2 trees up there, and one of them I could possibly climb and try to bend it, and possibly maybe able to turn it and get it to bend or break or something like that. But there's that one right there, and that's the one I said, listen, I will not be able to bend at all. I mean, if there was someone that's stronger than me, bigger than me, would be able to possibly move this tree to where it'd be arching perfectly on over. You know, I was just thinking if it lays down type of deal, maybe some type of arch or something like that. But however,
right. And so we go up a week or 2 later, and this is what they did. They bent that. So you can go ahead and play this part because it was a mind blower for us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Man, it'd take a lot of strength to bend this thing down. Okay? That's what he said. And that was, I don't know, a week ago, 2 weeks ago. And this is what we find when we come back. Now, what does that mean? That means that it hurt us. And it says, I hear you guys. I know what you're thinking. I know I appreciate what you said, and I'm doing something for you. So this is the stuff that we get from Bigfoot. You know, I don't really get like. I mean, this is obvious. I hear you. I know what you're thinking. I'm out here. You see me. I was with you when you were talking. Close enough to hear us speak and talk. All right. Do you remember shimmying down it? Yeah. Is it coming back to you now? Yeah. Right.
This one is too thick. And if I was going to bend it, I would have climbed up there and pulled it down, but that is just too thick for me.
Yeah.
Now this is, no way I could bend this. I'm too small.
Right.
To be able to grab the end, climb this thing, and be able to pull it down.
Right. Right. Ain't
If I
that?
did, it would just be very over there. This thing got way down here. That's where it started then.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of strength to bend all the way down that way.
Right. Ain't that amazing? So this is basically a gift he gave Matthew and me because I was here when he said it. So he said, and you can see how they just touched the road, like, you know, right on the edge, right?
There's me shaking. I'm actually pulling up on the tree. I'll be showing it a little bit more. I'm pulling up, show you how strong he is. And he's super healthy of a tree.
I mean, fearless. It's super healthy tree. Okay, so that was, I don't know, we've had a lot of turning, what you want to call it, turning points in our, that was just unbelievable. Could not believe what a cool gift. Because, I mean, that was a gift. We were on that. We were up there. It was, he shimmied down it that day, and we go back, and they had been it. Now, the park rangers came along, and they took it down. They always take it down, these things that you can't explain. It seems like, well, I do believe the government knows about them, obviously, because they go around and try to cover for them.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that was really exciting. Now, this next one here is, we've been shooting with some friends, shotguns, and we tried to slug into a tree. We didn't know about it, but later on, Matt finds the tree, and I guess you can go ahead and play it now. And we end up with finding things in there
repeatedly over time.
And then I think they were shooting shotguns.
The picture.
And we hit this tree over here. And there was a screw in it next day. And a shotgun hole, like that. In there. Not even rust or anything. To the woods.
Yeah, we get you a pause right in there.
That's what I found. Let's see if I can get this in focus. There it is.
Okay, Karen, can you pause somewhere?
Sure.
All right. Okay. Now, what happened originally is we found a screw, a Phillips screw. The lead was taken out.
Mm-hmm.
Something took the lead out, and they put a screw in, a steel screw.
Yeah.
I mean,
Stainless steel with no rust on it.
yeah. And how did they get it in without a screwdriver? We don't even know. He took it. He has a knife, and he took his really sharp knife, and he unscrewed that metal screw. And we're like, okay. And then just a little while later, we had this little nut, or was it the washer?
Yeah, that was later on.
Which
we had the nut first. This is in order.
Okay, it's in order. Okay, so and then he unscrewed the screw, and then I don't know, a week or two later, we were walking. He's up in the woods, and he goes and looks in the hole because what's going on here? And this little teeny nut, which he'll dig it out here. Not only did he find it in a tree, but he found it in his chair in the garage. Mm-hmm. So they were communicating with us that we left you a little nut, and we're like, okay. What do you say? But say, okay. What do you say, right? What can you say? But okay. And then there was the last time there's a little black washer that they left in there. I mean, so anyway, we can't explain what, but now we did get some type of reading that area that we were shooting at, that's where they raised their children. And that seed kind of represents children. And when you're shooting in that direction, that was one of the things that we got, was not to be careful, because I mean I think it's a little area they raise the little ones in. Yeah, that's kind of the kind of reading we got.
Yeah,
off of that.
Mm-hmm. That was a nice area for them to use it as a playground for the kids, type of deal. And plus other deers and turkeys and such. They didn't want us to shoot over by accident. However,
yeah, fair enough. Yeah, if anybody has ever shot a gun, a rifle or a handgun, it's the power is incredible. Like I have not had a lot of experience with it, but I have shot a handgun a few times. Well, okay, a little bit more than that, but that's another story. And the power that's released, and how far and how fast it goes, it made me have a whole new respect for weapons, because until you've actually handled one, it's hard to know. And that's why you want to do that, in like a range or a proper place, because you don't want to hurt anything, and you sure could. Anyway, that was my take on it, and thank God they let you know. I've also heard, I don't know if this is true or not, but I've heard that they are aware of our presence, often by smell, up to 2 miles away. Do you think that's accurate?
I'd say they could smell for far distance, yes, and also within the feeling of smelling, I think they got really very strong tracking abilities, as in feeling through the ether of where things are going. If there's a hunter out here, they'll tell you, in the chat or anywhere else, they'll probably tell you they could track things far, far away sometimes, and they don't know why or how. But that's how they're doing it, is through like some type of ether or something like that. They just get the energy line feel of where the deer ran or something like that, and then I think that's how they track. I don't think they really use a lot of smell unless it's for their advantage. I think they use anything that's in their advantage, if that makes sense. So 2 miles possibly.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it might be even a combination of things besides scent. It could be telepathic, them being aware of us as well, eh? So yeah, thanks. So should I play a little bit more?
Yep. We'll find out what we got next in the queue here.
Okay.
And try and get it focused better.
That just shows him he's taking the nut out. His cat gets in the way.
Oh, Roxanne.
Yeah, here it is.
And the Bigfoots did help us when Roxanne got old, but we don't tell people what happened there, just because, and that's probably beyond most people's comprehension online. So we'll keep that offline.
Yeah.
They helped her pass.
Sorry, did you want me to stop or keep going? I missed.
No, go ahead. We're just talking over it. Go right ahead.
Okay. Okay, thanks.
And then we found it, the slug had been removed and the screw had put in. And then Matthew removed the screw. And then a week or two later, we find and so we take that out. And we're just up here. We're just going to show Bill this hole. And then we go look, and I'm like, there's lead or something in there. So Matthew starts prying it out. And what do we got?
Hold up. Still trying to get the camera to focus.
You want micro? Make a little micro.
It's trying.
So now we find this metal washer in here.
Rubber washer.
Yep. And it's hard.
It's that sink washer.
Yeah.
Hard sink
so
washer.
They stuck that in there now. Scratching and holes all in it. Okay, we can pause if you want, and I'll give a pre on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this has got a before and after picture, and we have the picture also behind us. He'll show you after you watch this little part, but you're going to see what they did too. This was what we would do is we would either hand draw or print off pictures and images and go up there and put them under little, rocks and decorate them and that kind of stuff and see what kind of messages we got. And this one right here, we're going to look at a picture that has, a hairy looking dude with a sun up behind him. And so we'll talk about it. You can go ahead and roll it and we'll talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go.
Piece of paper there. We have a picture of it, of course, when we put it out. That was the first time I picked it up. So let's see if we could see. Here's the back side. It was put out the night before. It's brand new piece of paper. Been kind of mutilated. Look. I mean, it got tore. I don't know. They didn't appreciate it. It looks like they folded. See, the sun was folded out. There it is. Not sure why they folded the sun out, but they folded the sun out. And I don't know why. Look at it. It was also folded. It's been folded a lot. What do you see? Yeah, right. Lots of puncture holes. Yeah, I talked about that. But look, his face is brown and dirty. That was a new clean piece of paper yesterday. It didn't rain last night. There might have been some dew, but that was brown. Okay, so here's a picture of it when we laid it out that night. Brand new clean piece of crisp paper. I mean, we carried in a hardened folder on the way out there to the trail, and then overnight, this is what we found the next morning. And there's another little part here. Matthew's going to actually show you the paper we still have here. But there's the next morning. Again, I think I'll show you another picture of the night before. Stop recording, so I'm back on. Like weird, right? It looks like it's got 1 million miles on it now, doesn't it, Matthew? And it never left that spot. We did find. Smell that. Smell like. This is when we smelt it. We'll play this little part and then we'll talk about it.
Okay.
What the fuck am I smelling, man? That smells funny, dude. Like... What is it? It smells funny? It does smell funny.
Wet dog. Smell that right there. Wet dog.
Wet dog. Yeah, fucking wet dog, dude.
Wet dog. Once I smelt that corner up here, it smells like a wet dog. What? How does this smell like a wet dog?
The wet dog tore it up.
That fucking wet dog right there. That thing smells like Peppa Jean's dog right there.
Oh, he smells like shit, don't he?
Smells like shit.
Smells like shit. That was paper. Smell that paper.
It probably is shit.
Wet dog.
Does wet dog smell like
it's
shit?
It's brown stuff all over that other paper over there. Okay. That's okay, so you can pause that. I can't really tell the difference in the app. Now, here it is here. Go ahead and you can pick it up in the mic here. I mean, we just went and dug it out of the bag this morning, but anyway, we still have it. It looks like it's got 1 million miles on it, guys. This was just left out one night, and we've kept it in a Ziploc bag.
Of course, it got to fold now.
That was because the Ziploc bag got folded, but I mean, it is wore out. This is from one night, and it got put back. We couldn't explain anything to you. We don't. I think they folded. I think we think they folded the moon out, the sun out, because they don't really care for it. I think they're night people
Mm-hmm.
because it's just too much hassle to be day people, from what we get.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a hole right here where there, look at it, right here. That's like on his heart. That was part of it, and it was kind of weird. It's like on his heart area, and then you got a couple areas up here where he like hit his center of his eye and his nose. If the video showed it, if I remember right, it was the nose, but definitely up here and right here. It's like interesting. There was holes.
It doesn't smell no more, does it?
It doesn't.
Maybe
Smell.
I'm wondering if maybe some of the juveniles with the children got a hold of it and they were like fighting over it and mom snatched it back, and that might be how it got ripped up too. But that fold on the side that puts the sun behind, that is very much like the one where you put the picture of Bigfoot and you came back and it was folded to make it a short being instead of a tall being. I thought that was really cool. And there's no animal or no natural phenomenon that's going to do that. So I think that's absolutely fascinating.
Yep, that's exactly our thoughts, because we're like you. We're just like reporting the news, But that's we were super, I guess you can say, addicted to the woods for a long time, just because we just had to go up there every weekend and put things out and do things, and put things out and do things, put things out and do things.
Mm-hmm.
But we've kind of got grown used to that something supernatural, and so it's not as exciting when it finally soaks into your head and you finally can absorb that there's more, but originally for about a year or so, we were full throttling every weekend.
Every new moon we went out there.
Yeah, every new moon. We wanted to be out there in the dark of it. We wanted to catch it all.
Catch the most extremeness. That's what we were looking at. Well, when we were first going out there, mainly because it was a nice camping trip to go outside and we had time, and where all of our places were rented out and we're doing good. So everybody's all happy. So we got like a weekend to go out, or during the week we can make the trip. So that's what we did for that whole year. So we kept on trying to make the trip every new moon, and we kept on doing it. And then things just started happening, and things kept on revealing itself as what you see. We just start throwing pictures out there and see what they do then. And then we start throwing apples and see what they do then. All we're doing is just trying to go outside and enjoy the nature. And then we keep on having these experiences, and we're like, what the heck's going on in the woods?
Right. And you had touched on a couple of things, but we have, like I said, we have a lot of experiences. These are the ones where we can actually show you physical things, and that's kind of cool, because we can tell you a lot of things that we heard and saw and that we don't even know what happened. But with these here, we got actual physical things that happened to us. And this what you're getting ready to show here is we had been go panning, been out there in the woods. We were down at Coker Creek in Tennessee, and we were coming out of those woods. We'd left that campsite. We're going to our buddy's campsite, and there was a cooler splashing around in the back. So I was mad. I said, "Go back there and fix that cooler before it splashes the water around." So he went back there to work on it while I was sitting on a hill, and he set the gold pan on the side of the trail. When he was working on it, and he got back in the truck and he left it sitting there by the trail. But it's okay, because it's way down and deep in the woods where we go gold panning. We've been prospecting for gold for almost 30 years in that area, so we're very well aware and all that stuff. And so we get back over to our buddy's place where we find out that we had left it. And so we're like, okay, well, tomorrow morning we'll go get it. And so the following morning we go out and we go back down there, and it's not there. And then I find my trail cam had been removed from the tree and been put on the road face down. Now, in this video here, we're going to talk about how we come back, and I'm standing, I'm walking over to get coffee. I turn around and look, and holy crap. In my mind, I knew. I was like, I bet they brought it back. That's what I said to Matt. I said, I bet they brought it back. I just knew it. And I looked over at Matt, and I looked over beside him, and both of us like, look at there. And they had brought back the gold pan with the gold. And we're talking 2 or 3 miles or 4 or 5 miles. Actually, it's a pretty good distance.
It's a good distance.
And it had a little pine nettles where it sat on that road. There was no pine nettles in this area.
So our campsite is.
At our campsite. And so anyway, that was like really super excited. Yeah. So in this one here, you're going to have 2 shots. One, you're going to see, we're going to talk about that little thing, and you're going to see the pan, the gold pan. And they didn't drop no gold. How they carried a gold pan for that many miles, never dropped a speck of gold in the gold pan, and delivered it back to our campsite. And then, like I said, and you're going to see the video too, had 350 videos. All of them were perfect, all the way 349. But 350 is the one you're going to look at, which is the very last video the camera took. And there's no explanation of what it's doing. You can see it's going dark shade, dark shade. I don't know what, you can't see no hair in it. I thought you could be able to see. I've tried to evaluate. I can't find anything. I don't know how they did it, but they moved it from the tree face down into the road. And so that's the two parts you're going to see here.
Awesome. Awesome. Let's take a look.
But what happened was this morning we got up, we went to find the pan. We left a pan on the side of the road. Matt did when he got in the back to get something out. The pan that had the gold in it. And I left my truck in. So we went back down to the falls and picked up the first of all, the trail cam was sitting not in a tree no more, but face on the ground. You can leave it sitting there. I'm gonna come talk about it in a second. And the pan wasn't there, so we drove all the way down there. But last night we were pissed because we had one black pan, that one right there that's got the thing. It was inside here. But I know how Bigfoots are bad about bringing things back, or good about bringing things back.
Like Steve.
And so we come back. I come over here to have coffee, and I was having my coffee, and I thought, I bet they brought it back. And I looked over at the time that black one was down here. And I looked over there, and I go, you got to be shitting with me. Matt was sitting in that chair, and I said, look at there.
I thought he was joking.
I said, look at there, buddy. Sure enough.
I had to go over there.
Mm-hmm.
Pull the pan out of there.
Yep.
So I actually believe him.
So anyway, yeah, we're like, you're freaking kidding me. Because see, we only had one black pan because we left it on the side of the freaking road. But when we went down, and we picked up our trail cam, this one here, and then we checked the time scan. You can leave it sitting there. You don't have to just do it. Anyway, we picked it up, and the time stamp on it for the last video was about 9 o'clock last night. We don't have the audio on it, but we'll definitely put it on. Something was handling it. It didn't roll. It didn't fall. It didn't like, oop, boom, there it stopped. No, it came down the hill, somehow or another. We rolled it down the hill 3 or 4 times to see if we can get it. It wouldn't even come down to the road because there's just too much stuff. So something, I picked it up, set it face down the ground, and the screen was dirty and wet, had leaves and stuff on it. So it was face down, pointing into the ground when I found it this morning. And like I said, the timestamp on that, and we had the video. We haven't heard the audio yet, but it's something is handling it. And so anyway, sure enough, we go pick it up, and it's got leaves in it, little piece of pine. This morning it's sitting here, and it, believe it or not, you can pick it up now. It actually has the gold still in it. That's what was amazing. They carried it from down there all the way back here. Never spilt none of the gold. Trying to get a good shot of the gold, but that reflection one. Anyway, that's good. So, yeah, not only did they bring it from the falls all the way up here to Billy's property, but they also, it had little leaves and trash in it, Matthew.
Yeah.
And as you can see, there ain't nothing here, right? We have this one tree here. Okay, so this is the trail cam that we found laying face down on the ground. The trail cam caught 250 videos. This is the video. This is the video number 250. There's no sound on that trail cam. The other 249 videos all kind of turned out great. And we also verified it is impossible for the cam to roll the distance that it did.
Yo,
That's it.
Valentine.
All right. But yeah, you could see there that video actually it makes no sense. It's gray, white, gray, white, gray, white, not like it was covered in the I can't figure out what they did to even create that visual effect. I've modified it, I've adjusted it, I've tried to adjust the um, you know, contrast
We
and
tried.
everything. There's nothing there.
We
So
even tried putting our hands in front of it and try to get a recording of it and such.
Mhm.
I never got anything like that black and white. It's
Yeah.
colored.
Yeah.
Whenever the IRF, IF, that's the word, IFR, when that light's on and the camera recognizes it needs to go black and white, that's when you might be able to get it, but I didn't get it when we were trying to put our hands over it and such.
Yeah, that was our security camera. It shot 250 videos total. And that was video 250, 249, and all the way were perfect. Beautiful, beautiful cameras. The trail cam's a nice one. Great job. But anyway, that's when we went down and we found out, okay, our pan's not there. So we're like, dang it. And then we found out, okay, well, my trail cam's on the ground, facing flat down on the road, looking at the road. I'm like, okay, something moved it. And then that's when we went back to the campsite. I walked over to get coffee. I realized, I was like, I bet they brought it back. I looked over at Matt and I looked right down on the ground beside him. He hadn't even seen it yet neither.
No,
And there it laid right there. And we're like, looky there. So exciting, exciting. That's all you can say is it's exciting.
Yeah.
Sure is. I can imagine. I can just imagine one of the young ones bringing home this pan and the mama going, "You take that right back right now and don't you spill anything." I mean, I don't know if that's true, but I'm just saying,
Leave every
there's
speck on that pan.
and it came back. Yeah, that was amazing. That was really amazing. So you guys have had a lot of really, really cool, very cool experiences. I'm wondering, we're getting short on time, but I'm wondering if there's anything else you want to tell us about the Bigfoots, and what you're doing. And certainly, please, for my audience, tell everyone where they can find you. Okay.
Yeah, sure. I just want to say hi to Danny. John P showed up. And Lisa Ann. I think I keep trying to keep up with everybody. Everybody's rolling in. Woo showed up and got a lot of good people coming in. And anything you want to talk about down Bigfoot News New? What's going on? We're doing I don't know what to say anymore.
I don't even know how anybody can follow us anymore, besides possibly on Discord or.
Well, I mean, you can follow us on YouTube, but we've changed our dynamics because I mean, I don't even know. Hey, there's some Woo.
Hey, Woo.
Hey, yeah. Woo's a great guy.
He's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
We're starting to flow back into something that we originally did, was videography and putting music to it, and we definitely have. I have two places that I want to shoot and put music to, but we, of course, the weather gets right, we'll go camping and we'll do some research and see what happens. But I don't even know how to say. We've kind of moved fast. It was Bigfoots and then giants and caving, and then, but we've got, I don't know where we're going. This is the kind of world we're living in. Who knows where we're going to be going in the future and what we're going to be doing. But definitely want to get back into what I enjoy doing, which is videotaping nature and putting together cool stuff and that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, I love your videos, and they seem very spirit led. So, not having a plan sometimes leaves more room for spirit to come in and direct us one way or another. And of course, it isn't just like universal consciousness. There's also the spirit in the trees and the spirit in the animals, the spirit in everything. And we're just one community, really, once we open up to that. And I think that's expressed extremely well in your videos. So I highly recommend people come over to your channel from my audience, sub up and just enjoy. I mean, sometimes some of your videos, where you're out, clearing, well, not clearing, but you're out at those ancient grave sites and you're leaving apples and you're planting seeds for wildflowers. I got to tell you, it does something really, really good to my soul. It really does. So now when I'm feeling housebound, because it's so cold up here in Canada, I'll put on one of your videos and I feel like I'm right there with you guys, walking along, hiking along. Sometimes you guys are with Tina and it's great. And your little dog. And, I just feel like I'm out in the woods and it just does something for my soul. There's a whole level that we're operating on that's unseen and undocumented, but it's real. It's absolutely real. So I think you guys are doing something wonderful for all of us. And I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you being on the show. The links are below now the link to the live probably has the old video. I didn't have time to change it, but I'm going to re-upload this to YouTube. So for my audience, the link below will not only show you where to find Tennessee Kentucky Bigfoot channel, but also the video that we just watched so that you can watch it again and be amazed, because I think it's quite profound. There's a lot of people go out and they do big hunt or Bigfoot searches, and then they think they see something so far off in the distance no one can see what it is, and they're yelling and screaming and they're scared and they want to run back to their vehicles and that kind of thing. But nobody has really shown this kind of information. So I just think it's so valuable and really, really awesome. So thank you so much for being on the show. Any last comments before we close out the show today?
No, just really thank you, Karen, for just having it's always a pleasure talking with you and meeting with you. And like I said, if no one's subscribed to Karen, please subscribe, because that's where we like to hang out. And she's got great people, and just a pleasure. And I like pleasant people. And so thank you for being a pleasant place for people to come and spend time. Thank you very much for that.
Yes.
Oh,
Always been a great
very welcome. Yeah, you're very welcome. No, I'm very fond of you guys. I also forgot to show these amazing feathers that you included. These are great for smudging. We have so many rules in Canada. You need a license if you pick up feathers pretty much of any kind, especially migrating birds. So we find some awesome eagle feathers and stuff, and we can't pick them up because we don't have a permit. So I don't know what that's all about. But anyway, I want to thank your audience for joining us. I want to thank my audience for joining us. Everybody, it's been absolutely wonderful. I appreciate you all so very, very much. And again, Jim and Matt, thank you so much for being on the show today. Can't thank you enough. You guys look so awesome with your beautiful hair and beards.
We had so much fun. We were like, I don't know. Tatum went to the store, so me and him we're just kind of rednecks in the woods. So we were both in the mirror, and he's like, "Look at my hair," and he got big wig, and I got big wig. I was like, "Yeah." So we were like, "Yeah, let's be making a hair day." Beautiful hair. I'm about to go listen to that song later on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so thank you, everybody. And whether you're listening on an audio or replay or the live, just blessings to all of you. Thank you so much for being here today. Bye-bye for now.
See y'all.
Love everybody.
Love y'all.
Thank you for joining me for the Quantum Guide Show. Become the change that you wish to see in the world. Subscribe to my YouTube and other channels at Karen Holton TV. Click the like button, leave me a comment, and share this podcast with your friends. Read about my true life ET contact in my book called Transdimensional: Meet the New Neighbors, which is now available in Amazon bookstores worldwide. Check out my website at www.KarenHoltonHealthCoach.com to see my free resources and amazing products and services. All the links will be in the description below. As part of the Forbidden Knowledge Network, you will find the Quantum Guide Show with Karen Holton and also the Aliens and Angels podcast on all audio platforms. Until next time, keep up the good work.